growth of the tumor cell. And the amino acid that we're speaking predominantly about is glutamine. And we tested all 20 amino acids. We interrogated the cancer cells, both mouse and human glioblastoma cells. We interrogated them to ask what fuels could they use to maintain their growth. So the way we do this is very simple. We just take the tumor cells and we grow them in saline, salt solution. And of course, there's no food. There's nothing for them to eat. And then you take and time them to see how fast they die with no food. And mouse cells, because they have a very high basal metabolic rate, 7 times faster than that of the human, they die quick when you take away their fuels. Mouse cells will die in 24 hours. Human cells will die in about 72 hours, 48 to 72 hours with no fuel, just in what we call a buffered saline solution. And then what we do is we simply add individual amino acids back, and we see whether or not the viability of the cells is improved. And what we see, we do this both in the presence and absence of glucose. So glucose alone will keep the cells alive longer, but then they die because they don't have any nitrogen source. And we do it without glucose. So we just do it in pure nothing, and then we add glucose, and then we add individual amino acids back. And what we see is when we add the amino acid glutamine, these cells explode in growth capacity relative to all other amino acids. Now, we found a little bit of stimulation from glutamate because it's the first product that glutamine is metabolized to. But it's not nearly as powerful as glutamine. None of the other amino acids had anything come close to how powerful glutamine is. So the question is, and when you have glucose and glutamine, the two fuels are synergistic in providing all of the metabolites and all of the energy needed for rapid dysregulated growth. So
I want to talk about a little bit of cancer. Nobody is going to tell you this while they are putting you on chemo or any other medication for cancer, because it's going to disrupt huge money flow for them. But there is science about the fact that if you have cancer and you stop eating glucose and glutamine, you're going to be cancer-free relatively quick, because you starve the cells, because cancer cells ferment glucose and glutamine, and they just kind of like explode in your body. They are thriving if they are receiving glucose and glutamine. So here's your solution to be cancer free if you ever deal with that problem. God bless.